Bryce from Eden Condensed Small Space Garden Design, and this is Garden Space. So I'm often asked, when is the best time to fertilize plants? And there are a lot of different types of fertilizers that are created for specific plants. You've got organic vegetable and fruit fertilizer. There are fertilizers that will increase the blooms on plants. There's fertilizers specifically made for roses or citrus and avocado trees. So first of all, when you go to buy fertilizer, make sure that you're picking an appropriate fertilizer for the plants that you're fertilizing. There are general purpose fertilizers and fertilizers that a lot of home gardeners will use to kind of do a general fertilizing of their gardens, like a liquid soluble fertilizer like Miracle Grow. There's also timed release fertilizers that usually come in granules that you'll put in the ground that will dissolve over time. And then there's powdered fertilizers as well as fertilizer stakes that you can do that also will dissolve in the ground over time. I think that the best time to fertilize is early in the morning or closer to dusk when you're actually watering. What will happen with some of these fertilizers is that if you fertilize during the heat of the day, if the fertilizer gets on the leaves of the plants, there is a possibility for there to be a chemical reaction and have the leaves actually burn. So it'll cause sun sensitivity to the leaves and cause the leaves to get dried out or get what's called leaf burn. So it's better to do it in the morning when it's better to water anyway, so that way more of the fertilizer is going into the ground, into the roots of the plant, as opposed to getting evaporated off with the water. Also, if you're going to use a fertilizer as a foliar spray, which means you actually spray the fertilizer onto the leaves of the plant, you'll want to do that early in the morning too, so that way before the heat of the day, the fertilizer will actually have time to absorb into the leaves and not evaporate out into the air. Also make sure that you read the directions on the fertilizer packages. Some fertilizers, like the liquid soluble ones, you'll want to do every 2 weeks. Powdered fertilizers, especially organic ones, usually about every 6 weeks to 8 weeks. And then the timed release fertilizers, you can usually do every 3 months or so, depending on the brand. So do read your directions, make sure you're choosing the appropriate fertilizer, and fertilize preferably early morning, but if you can't do it early morning, then later in the day when the sun starts to go down. If you have any other questions as to when to fertilize your plants, please contact me at www.edencondensed.com. Thank you very much.